Hey! Why is it so low? There we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, you! Welcome back to our channel.
Okay, that was too exciting. Let me do that one more time.
Hey, you! Welcome back to our channel. It has been a while. We have taken a hiatus from YouTube in the last year or so, but we are back. No worries. And why are we back, you asked?
Okay, who's asking?
So recently I've been getting a lot more questions around Zoe's eczema, my pregnancy. We are pregnant with our second baby, by the way. Woo! And how I'm managing my gestational diabetes this time around, and how Zoe's allergies going, etc., over on my Instagram page. And I just figured Instagram is more like where I put out bite-sized educational things for you guys, and it's just not big enough a space for me to be sitting down and telling you stories and sharing recipes, things like that. So I figured we'd bring it back to YouTube so, I can sit down with you and chat with you like a best friend that I haven't caught up with in a while. Another thing is I wanted to use this space to document this second pregnancy because I just have forgotten sometimes that I'm even pregnant, and this probably may be the last time I'm going to be pregnant, and I want to remember it. It's such a precious and exciting time. So I will also be documenting my weekly pregnancy bump dates on here. It's just an easier space to share with you guys. Yeah. We'll see how this goes. Zoe is really big now since the last time she's been on YouTube with me. She is 2 years and almost 4 months now. You know what? You'll see. You'll see. I'll go over it. But yes, welcome back, YouTube. We are back, and I'm excited to share more.
Bye!
One of the biggest updates since our last video is actually Zoe's eczema and allergies. It has gotten hella better after a whole year of seeking out a variety of health experts and trialing out alternative methods. Her eczema started escalating when she weaned off of breast milk and started solids. That was probably one of the biggest indications that it was likely food related for us. We spent countless hours at doctors' offices, consulting, testing, and crying, sometimes just to feel very lost and confused at the end. But today, I can confidently say that we've pretty much gotten her food allergies narrowed down, and she is not only a happy eater, but also a chill sleeper. The biggest difference makers in managing her eczema and allergies has been, of course, food, first and foremost. We initially started out with an elimination diet of limiting her to only meats, fruits, vegetables, and rice. Then we slowly added egg, then soy, then now eventually wheat. We've always stayed away from dairy and peanuts given how severe the allergy tests came back for those two. But we make sure she gets enough calcium from the plant-based Ripple milk, which her pediatrician recommended ever since we found out about her dairy allergy. We also work very closely with our daycare teacher to make sure that everything we now know about Zoe's eczema and allergies is carried over on days that she goes to daycare, so to ensure no more emergency pickups like we experienced last year. Another major difference maker for us has been improving the humidity and air quality in our home. During the very dry months throughout the winter, we would notice Zoe sometimes wake up with more cracked skin than she went to bed with. When it was the worst though, she would even wake up with dried blood around her nose, meaning she probably had nosebleeds during the night. That's when we decided to invest in a high quality and mold resistant humidifier to make sure that her room maintained a humidity that is always between 40 to 50%. We ended up choosing this Miro humidifier because it breaks apart into many little pieces for ease of cleaning. Before this one, we had another humidifier that collected so much mold inside, but was impossible to clean with all the crevices that weren't accessible. With this Miro humidifier, We can take apart literally every little piece to scrub and rinse, helping us sleep easy at night knowing that no dirty air is being spewed out and about Zoe's room. In addition to the humidifier, we also constantly run an air purifier in her room. It helps filter any dust that may be lingering around and also serves as a bit of quiet background noise. That is pretty much it on Zoe's eczema. Another big update of ours is, of course, that we are expecting baby number 2. We actually started trying for another around August of 2021, conceived, and then miscarried. It hit me real hard, and it's something I'm still processing over. Then we conceived pretty much immediately after the miscarriage, which is wild, and we are so grateful. When I first found out I conceived again, I thought, I got this. Easy peasy. Just the same thing all over again. But as we all know, with being pregnant without a toddler versus with a toddler, things are just so different. You have way less time, you have way less energy. I have no idea where all my energy went. I was working full-time back then, and now I'm part-time, but somehow it still feels like time is running away from me all the time. Anyways, okay, 20 weeks, fully 20 weeks now, and here we go. Here's the bump day this week. This week, I would say I've been feeling overall pretty good. I did get that phone call though from my OB's office saying that the last blood draw they took, I had elevated hemoglobin. After talking to a couple of coworkers who are doctors and nurses, they basically told me I just needed to drink more water. So been trying to do better about that. And in terms of my gestational diabetes, I am finally getting used to it again. My diet now pretty much consists of 50% protein, 25% fat, and 25% vegetables. Reminder that with gestational diabetes, most fruits are actually off limits because they are high in carbs. Did you know that a ripe banana contains almost as much carbs as a glazed donut? I know, it's crazy. On a weekly basis, Lucas will sous vide or bake 1 to 2 meats, mostly chicken or pork, and it'll last me throughout the weekdays. Then I simply cook myself some veggies and add a bit of healthy fats. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you formulate a diabetes-friendly meal that's sustainable for a pregnant lady. Now, it's impossible not to have cravings, and I get my fix with my daily cup of matcha latte. I was recommended by my nutritionist to specifically use Fairlife milk, given that it only comes with 6 grams of carbs per cup of milk. And for the sweetener, I recently discovered monk fruit sugar, which is a sugar alternative that tastes unbelievably similar to sugar itself and doesn't cause me any headaches. This recipe has kept my cravings at bay since I was about 8 weeks pregnant this time around. And if you're into matcha like me, I highly recommend you give it a try. That is about it with my 20 weeks pregnancy update. This week is also Lunar New Year, so we've been doing lots of festive and celebratory things as a family. I feel like Zoe is right at the age where she can put 2 and 2 together, so it's been so fun to incorporate more of our cultural backgrounds in our everyday lives with her. Happy Lunar New Year's if you celebrate, and we will see you next week. Bye!